Okay, we are back yet again. Still in the bazaar. When I tape these things, I think this is actually going to be the last one I'm going to do tonight. I normally just kind of leave it, pause the video recording, and then I just go back and leave DOSBox and try to pause it and save it as well. This time I actually forgot to pause it, and I saved it a little later on, so some time has elapsed. It might get a little closer to some more of the events in the game, but obviously it's a little dangerous because I don't want the events to sneak up on us while I'm not paying attention, so time does matter in this game more than it does in a lot of other games, non-Quest for Glory Sierra games, that is. So I'll try to be a little more careful in the future. Anyway, these guys, just another tidbit about these guys. If you do play as the thief character, these guys have the black, I guess it's just the black bird statue, and it's always a fraud in every game, and I guess the real one's in the fifth game finally, but it's kind of a running joke for the thief starting in Quest for Glory 2, and they continue it in this one. These guys have it in their junkyard, and it's also in the fourth Quest for Glory also as a fraud. So there's just something interesting if you were wondering about it, if the thief is your character. Like I said, this is not the greatest game to play for the thief, but anyway, let's move on. Now I think I'm going to abandon the bazaar for right now because we don't need too much, and there, like I said, I think there's plenty of time to come back and buy some of the items we need to purchase. And I think right now we can go out. Let's go out. I did just save it, so I don't have to waste your time with that. Though I'm going to increase the speed, I think, because it's a little slow right now. But I'm going to increase the speed, and let's go outside the city, and I'll show you what we're talking about with the map that I've been making reference to throughout a number of these commentaries. So this, you can get a kind of nice view of the city. It's kind of like what I was saying before. It looks really neat, but it's very limited as to what we can kind of see because of the restrictions on where humans can go, aka the restrictions on what the developers enjoy doing. I don't mean to bash them too much. I mean, they've made a really great series, and even this game's not so bad. It's just not a great Quest for Glory game, but it is a little annoying that areas are inaccessible. I've always found it that way. I don't want to spend too much time just talking to the guards, but just these guys actually do change at night. I think there's different. They actually make different sort of avatar images of the lion tours at night. So that's kind of interesting. You can talk to these guys, and it's kind of cool that they're guarding the city, even though I don't know what just two lion tours really serve the purpose of doing if the city was raided. Though we do see their defenses later on in the game, so maybe I speak too soon. In any event, let's and I mean Tarna as a whole's defense, not necessarily those two individuals. But anyway, let's go out and, as I have promised earlier on, take a look at what the game map has for us. And I am not going to bother wasting your time saving just because if I do get killed out here, I'll try to be a bit cognizant of how I'm doing health-wise. If I do get killed out here, I have a save game where I haven't done too much beforehand. So unless something interesting happens, I think we're going to hold off on saving. And one of the things we can... Okay, it looks like we're going to have an encounter, so I do not know what type of creature is coming after us. And this is one of the guys who actually has poison, I believe. So let's maybe take a poison cure pill. I only have one of them. Well, I'll hold off on that. Let's see how the battle goes. And I may live to regret that, but and the fighting in this game is actually pretty easy. I'll talk more about the map after this is done, but let's... Alright, well, I'm not doing a whole lot of damage to him, so maybe I am talking too soon. I am not sure what on earth... This guy is not taking a hit, and I think I just ran away. Which is probably a good idea since I was getting killed at stamina. I don't know why we were making contact with him. I believe those are only two buttons you have for attacking, but it's not very advanced in this game. I think the VGA Quest for Glory 2 is a great improvement, like I mentioned before in the first video, if you watched that. But even the old EGA games, I think, did better. I don't like the Quest for Glory 4 one, and well, we don't have to evaluate all the games on their combat system, but I don't think this one's too great. It's usually pretty easy, but for some reason we weren't making contact with the ants, so I don't know if we have to build up some other skills. Anyway, this is the map, and we can't go too far, so that's why I'm not moving too much. The only thing that's going to happen is just encountering another creature. But I just didn't want to talk about it. It looks pretty cool, once again, that you go across this whole area. It'd be real annoying if you had to go every single screen. It'd take forever to get to the different locations you have to get to. So this was a good innovation. The problem is there's only about 5 or 6 areas, pardon me, on this entire map that you can actually reach and actually explore. So that's kind of annoying, and it's just one of the other things that I think players were shortchanged on the game. But it is kind of cool. Look up here, you're sort of looking from the distant hill somewhere at your character, and it's a good innovation. I just wish there was more areas on the map that were of interest. And you don't really see this in any of the other games, except sort of Quest for Glory 5. But as you can see, we move around, and when a creature comes up, there's also some... Okay, so this is the message I was telling you about, that it won't let us get too far, and so we want to go back to our room and make sure we're available for the meeting with Rajah. And I'm going to click on that and get us moving on there so we can hopefully get through a lot of the sequences before the video runs out. We've got a few minutes left on this video, so I regret that it goes by so quickly, but such as it is, we can't upload 30-minute videos at a time, so I do have to stop and hopefully upload a good number of videos at the same time. Anyway, we're up, we're rested, we're going to Hall of Judgment, and we have to appear before Rajah yet again, and before the entire council. And so they're telling us about the Savanna here requesting aid to Leopardman, and they sent the emissaries to Leopardman, and obviously they was ambushed, as we've learned already, and it seems like the Leopardmen are responsible for this. And the Lion Tour was found missing, so that's upset everyone, and everyone thinks that she's either a prisoner or a Lion Tour, and this guy really doesn't like humans, and didn't like the idea in the first place. And Krisha's rebutting that they've got to take pity on everyone, so it's somewhat reflects some of the politics in America, I guess, to a degree. Like I said, I didn't know if it's a commentary or not of American politics, but such as it is. And the warriors want revenge. Rikisha's rebuking them for that. There's no real such thing as revenge in his mind, or at least anything good to come from that. And there may be demonic activity. And here is Rikish now speaking before them, and he says by his honor he's going to put his honor on the line to bring peace, and if he fails, I guess he loses his honor. And if he if he fails, he'll be deemed honorless. And we also have the option, and we are going to swear that oath. There's really no benefit in not doing it, but as they say, they're giving him time for Rikisha's honor. They don't care about ours that much, but we have also put our honor on the line, and that helps us out in terms of honor points, I believe, overall. And I don't think not failing actually has anything to do with you losing honor points. I think it's actually external to what the Lion Tours think about honor. Okay, and now we have to go through the whole spiel again and stand before him in honor. Okay, we stand before him, and he acknowledges it. And now he's berating him. He's, so what are you doing, standing up for these pitiful humans? And he is pledging his honor to save the lives of others. And he asks us again, and we are going to talk about honor, I guess. So that's a trick one. Ugh, I don't think that's the one he wanted. And so he got a little upset at that, so that was not the right play to make. But in any event, he's saying, I'm going to war, even if it's going to strip you of all honor, but we've got a little bit of a reprieve, and we're going to try to wrap this up. And so we're running short on time, but we're just going to talk about it and just stand up for Rakesh again. And Rakesh is saying nice things about us, so... And, of course, once again, he is unhappy that he is putting his neck out for a human. And we're getting really close on the end of time. I don't really want to rush this, unfortunately. I should have stopped beforehand. But anyway, pretty much it's the two of them fighting. And we're going to say goodbye on that front. And we're going to say goodbye on this front. And we will see you next time.